Hello, everyone. In this lesson, we will be completing Lesson 2, Converting Mixed Fractions, in Booklet 8. Now, in the previous lesson, I talked about how a mixed fraction and an improper fraction are two different ways of expressing the same thing. So, if that's the case, you need to know how to convert between the two of them in case you ever need to. Because usually we'll use improper fractions for the math, and we'll use mixed fractions for our final answer. Let's take a look at this diagram over here. You can see that the two pictures are the exact same. That being said, we can write that in two different ways. The first way is by 1 and 1 over 6. You can see here that we have 1 full pie. So that is our large 1. On top of that 1 full pie, we have 1 out of 6 slices more, giving us 1 and 1 over 6. Now, another way that we could count that is that instead of counting a full pie as 1, we could count all of the little slices. Each of our pies are broken up into 6. And out of those sixths, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then one more 7 different shaded in slices, giving me 7 over 6. Now, it's great that we can use a diagram to represent this in two different ways, but you need to be able to do so algebraically as well. So let's get started. Convert the following mixed fraction into an improper fraction. This takes 3 steps, going from mixed to improper. Step 1, you're going to multiply the denominator by the whole number. So 3 times 2 is going to be our first step, and 3 times 2 is equal to 6. Step 2 is to add the product, and when I say product, I mean the answer to step 1, right? That's 6. We're going to add the product to the numerator. So that is going to be 6 plus, and remember that the numerator is the number on top, 6 plus 1, which is 7. So I'm going to draw a little arrow here that says plus. Step 3, put the new number over top of the denominator. So we are going to take our new number, which is 7, and here's the part that people always forget. The denominator stays the same, so it's 7 over 3. So 2 and 1/3 as a mixed fraction is the same as 7 over 3 as an improper fraction. Let's get some extra practice with that. In the next question, it says to convert 3 and 1 over 2 into an improper fraction. Remember, this is a two-step process. The first thing that we do is we multiply the denominator with the whole number, and the second thing we do is we add that to the numerator. So 2 times 3 is equal to 6, and 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. Therefore, the answer is 7, our final number, over 2. We keep the denominator the same. Next, we need to convert 1 and 7 over 8 into an improper fraction. Step 1, multiply the 8 and the 1. 8 times 1 is equal to 1. That's not true at all. 8 times 1 is equal to 8. Next, we need to add this to the numerator. So we take the answer, which is 8, we add 7, and we get 15. So therefore, 1 and 7 over 8 is equal to 15 over 8. The next concept that we need to go over is how to go backwards, how to convert an improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Now here we are with an improper fraction 7 over 2. And the first thing that we need to do is divide the numerator by the denominator. The answer is going to give us the whole number. So 7 divided by 2, you can use a calculator or you can use your head, but 2 goes into 7 3 times, right? 2, 4, 6. So the answer that we're looking for is 3, but let's practice what that would look like using a calculator. If I type 7 divided by 2 into a calculator, I get an answer of 3.5. Now here's the trick. I don't care about the decimal here. I only care about the whole number, which is a 3. Because that 3 tells me how many times 2 goes into 7. So what does that mean? That 3 is going to be our whole number. That's our big number that's on the left. Next, we need to decide what our fraction has become. Well, the fraction is still going to have 2 in the denominator, but the numerator is going to change because we've removed 3 groups of 2. We've removed 6. So in order to calculate your new numerator, you're going to take what it used to be, which was 7, and you're going to subtract 3 times 2. Now, for those of us who remember Bedmas, 3 times 2 happens first, so that's 7 minus 6, which is equal to 1. So when I remove 3 groups of 2 from 7, there is only 1 left over. That is going to be your numerator. Okay. That's going to take some practice, so let's do a couple more together. Convert 9 over 5 into a mixed fraction. 9 over 5, you want to think how many times does 5 go into 9? And if you struggled with the previous example, I want you to try this right now. I want you to draw 9 different dots. And I want you to find out how many groups of 5 you can make out of these 9. In this case, that's just 1. I don't have enough dots to make 2 groups of 9. So what this means is that my large number is 1 because 5 goes into 9 once. I can only make one group. And then what's left over is 4 dots. 4 dots out of what would have been a group of 5. So we get the 1 because we could only make one group. And we get the 4 because there was 4 left over. You can use either one of these strategies. The one that uses the equations or the one that uses the dots, both will work. I'm going to use the dots again for this last question so that we can get a little bit more practice with that. We're converting 13 divided by 3 into a mixed fraction. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to draw 13 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Good. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to find out how many groups of 3 we can make. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 goes into 13 4 times. So our large number is going to be 4. We have 4 groups, 4 wholes. Now what's left over is just 1 dot. So that tells us the numerator of our fraction. 1 out of our groupings of 3. We were 1/3 of the way to another full group. Okay. So as usual, if you have any questions about that, please let me know. And take some time now to complete the following homework. This one is 2 pages, but it does take a little bit of extra practice. Thank you.